Hello, my name is Craig. I live in Buffalo, New York area. This is my 1984 Ford Cabriolet, half van, half truck, dual wheel, with a sleeper in the middle. They made these trucks to haul your horses, your race cars, your fifth wheel campers, back in the 80s, I believe, from about 1980 to 1987. They're pretty rare. This one here I've had for 30 years or so. It is a 460 gas motor, automatic transmission. They do come diesel with a 7.3 turbo. It is not a power stroke. They have an IDI, and this is the turbo version right after it. The 6.9 is an IDI, and the 7.3 is a turbo, but it's not the power stroke. Anyway, wanted to give a quick tour of this. I don't see a lot of videos, and I just would like to share mine. I wish other people that had them would share theirs too. If anybody has one of these, I'm looking for parts. You can reply to this somehow, I guess. I don't know, I'm not really good on the YouTuber. But this is a work in progress, and it's coming in the shop today. I've never painted the truck. Back in the 80s, mid-85, 86, 87, I had scratched the whole side of it, so there's supposed to be stripes on the bottom too, but we had put body side moldings on it, and never got around to, the truck's been working. Original motor, original transmission. Like I say, I've had it since 84, and I'll give you a quick tour. Thing is kind of cool. It's got a couch goes into a bed. It's got air horns, spotlights, West Coast mirrors. This particular one is missing the bumper crash guard for like deer and stuff. They make Cabriolet mud flaps for the rear. They make Alco wheels. There's a bunch of add-ons. Some of these trucks are really, really ugly, where they're just a van cut in half with a bed on the back. This one has a raised roof and raised sides. The sides push out and the top pushes up. A little more fancier, but let me walk you through it. If you get bored, I'm sorry, but I'd like to see a couple of videos like this. So they're all striped. This one here has steel wheels. This, again, like the emblems, I need the emblems. I don't have them. I got to find them. This one here used to say Cabriolet, Constantine, Michigan. This truck is legal on the road in New York State. 2018 sticker. They put the fiberglass part on the van. The roof and the sleeper is fiberglass, and the bed is fiberglass. The bed is separate from the sleeper. But where they put the two together, this is where they rot away. And you'll see here, this fiberglass is about an 1/8 inch thick, and the fiberglass body sits over the metal part of the van. The metal is very strong, but it tends to crack from the motion of the vehicle hitting bumps and going left and right. But I'll give you a quick tour. I had put some tape on there, sorry. It rained, it looks kind of ghetto, but that's okay. Has West Coast mirrors, two separate ones. On top, you have air horns and a spotlight and a high five light setup. The truck did come with stacks and a gooseneck and a fifth wheel, etc. And down here is great running boards. These are, 35 years old or whatever the hell they are. And these are very, very strong. You cannot buy a truck today that has running boards that are that strong. The blue and pink wire is because I have the two tanks that go under the truck out. There's a front lower tank and a rear lower tank. And then there's a toolbox tank that goes in the bed. So I have it bypassed with a fuel pump. That's just to move it around the yard. So we're having the tank redone. We're going to do it in aluminum instead of steel. So it'll be the fuel tank, and it'll have the two toolboxes on top. This one here belonged to the Carriage Royal International R1 Travel Club. It has a fancy stripes up there. I like the striping. Somebody had put a piece of diamond plate in through the bed all the way back, which is cool. I like it. It does have the fifth wheel. It has a ball underneath there for a gooseneck. Dual wheel. It has a little boo-boo down there on the fender where it got whacked. I don't remember how. Now these are Ford vans, but they run a Chevy taillight. 1973 to 1987. You'll find these taillights in your Blazers, your Suburbans, and your pickup trucks. Again, 73 to 87 Chevy pickup or Suburban. I happen to have the original tailgate because we got the truck new. These are very rare to find a tailgate for this truck. This is a fiberglass factory tailgate for the truck. It has a step bumper on it. Has a hitch underneath for a bumper pull. Mine does not have the Cabriolet mud flaps. What it is, it's a big mud flap and it says Cabriolet on it. And I'd like to find those. It is a dual wheel. As you can tell, this is a chrome molding. I'm taking this off. This is what we put on it back in the 80s. It goes all the way down the truck. And by the way, those are very serious aluminum moldings. So you can tell that they're very strong. But it beats the stick-on ones. So again, here's a backup view of it. It does have 2 front doors and 1 single side door. You can see the air horns on the top and the light. And you can see the high five and the stacks. 8-lug, 1-ton Ford. Coming down, the bed is separate from the sleeper. Then this third door, this truck here has been driven for a long time, and you can see where the body has split from the fiberglass to the metal. You go down, it does have some rust down in here. The metal is strong. So that's strong, it's just gotta need some glass on there. There's some surface rust down inside of the step. Now, when you walk in, there's a little aluminum plate and it says Cabriolet. That's on all 3 doors. This one is for the third door, and it's a little bent up, and I would like to get another one. But for an 84, the interior is real nice. There's no cigarette burns or anything. I'm starting to take the door panels off because we got southern doors for it. All new rubber around the doors are going to be put on, new curtains, stuff like that. But you could see where it's separating the cracks, where the metal is separating from the fiberglass. Inside, these things are pretty decked out, man. Starting at the top, it has a speaker above the bed, 2 cabinets, and a speaker over there. Map lights, dome light, skylights. The interior is in really good shape on this. There's a mid light. Now, on some of these, I've never seen this one on all the videos I've seen, but this thing here, when I get in the front, I'll show you. It has a crazy Panasonic cockpit stereo system that goes down the middle between above your head. It's freaking amazing. I'll show you that in a minute. But the seats are real nice. Dash isn't cracked or nothing. Again, the couch does go to a bed. It's got a slider. Another thing with these things is the rear slider. When you open up the glass, there's an actual screen there, which is awesome because not even your new trucks have screens. And this was made in '84. So for them to think of stuff like that is pretty cool. You can open the window and the bees, actually there's a bee on there. You probably can't see him, but there he is. And he was inside and he is now stuck there dead. So, but anyway, there's also a Dodge Mega Ram there in the background. You can see that. That's an 06 with a Cummins in it, dually 4-wheel drive. That's the Mega Ram, where the back door is bigger and the cab is bigger. That's our haul truck that we haul with now while we're restoring this one, but it is for sale. It's an '06 Cummins, daully 4x4, mega ram, fully loaded, rain guards, tint, all that crazy stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's for sale. That's $26,000. Southern truck, not a spot of rust on it anywhere. It's a real clean truck. Like I say, I run it to California. We just got back from British Columbia, Alberta. She's a good truck. But back to this one. There are mini blinds, screens on these lower windows. If you look over here, this has a mini blind and stuff there. I don't know if you can see the screen in there, in that window, but all the windows have screens. It's amazing. I think it's totally cool. So I'm going to shut this third door. And we're going to go open up the passenger door. Same thing. I got the door panels off. I have southern doors that we're going to put on this one, which were off of a camper van, 26-footer, or some of those little Midas ones or whatever. People buy them and they're going to go travel the world, and they end up sitting in a barn with 20,000, 30,000 miles on them, and nobody drives the damn things. So finding the doors and the front clip for this thing and any parts I needed off of a van was extremely easy. There's literally thousands of them camper vans out there that are 30,000, 40,000 miles on them, and the camper part leaked and it's all messed up. So you can buy them. I don't know, I bought 2 of them. I think I maybe paid $300 for the pair of them. But I got wheels and I got a lot of stuff for them, you know. But anyway, we'll go inside here, and like I said, the dash is pretty clean on this all the way across. They put a radio. I put the radio in here. There was a radio. I don't know why, because it has the above radio, cockpit radio. This truck has air. You can see on the thing here. So it does have air. Tilt column. It has cruise. It has all that stuff. Let's see. Doghouse. These right here down to floor. This part of the truck is pretty solid, you can tell. And then down here, and then right when you get to the post, this door post, if you follow it from the down, you'll see that it rots. They get kind of rotty down there, but you can buy those panels for about $20 from like your aftermarket auto body store. Anyway, they had flares on them. Mine has a crack right here, and some have a lower valance that's underneath the bumper, which I do not have, and I do not have the deer guard, the big loop that goes around. I'm looking for those also. I have drove this truck relentlessly since 84, 85. It's been, God, I don't know. We've probably been in every state, and probably been in half of every state twice. So, like I said, we run a trailer with it, and she goes, man. You put her 85 and set cruise control, and she'll just rip whatever you got down the road. Go to the driver's side here. Again, the pink and blue wire is for the electric fuel pump. That just moves the truck inside and outside of the garage, because I'll work on it, and then I pull it out, clean the garage, and bring it back in. This truck does not have power windows. It does have power locks right here, but the windows are manual. The new doors are power, and all the vans have the harness so you can plug in power doors to them. So we are going to update that. I think when I was like 16 or 17, I had put some crazy speakers in it, because stereo stuff was getting kind of cool back then. You used to drag around your house speakers and stuff like that. But yeah, she's pretty clean. I don't know. I think this one here says 18,000. We have probably flipped this about, I want to say 4 times. So it's probably got about 400,000 on it. After a while, you just stop and think about how many times you flip it. But anyway, so, and they have a Jensen clock over here, which is kind of cool. Then air condition, wipers. Like I said, it has tilt column. So let me climb inside here. Now sitting in the truck, looking above you, is this cool little thing here. This is a floodlight and a spotlight. What's cool about that is this joystick right here is for the light in the middle on the roof. It will spin around in a 360 to the left or 350 to the right, and then it also goes head over heels, and you can go down with it or you can go up with it. So basically that little light in the middle will spin like a tire, or it'll spin like a merry-go-round. Pretty badass, I think. This is a hole for the CB. These are all your lights. It does say Cabriolet right there, which is cool as hell. So anything I can get with the word Cabriolet on it, just let me know, and I'll be more than glad to figure out how to get it from you. So next to this thing is this radio, and it says Metal Dolby System. It is a Panasonic cockpit hi-fi audio system, RM710. I've yet to see one of these anywhere, but if you look over here, I'll go through all the buttons with you. So it has a tape cassette deck in it, power button, it has a clock, FM stereo, so it's AM, FM, and a cassette. You get your tuning buttons over here, channel 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. AM, FM, seek, manual, scan, preset, memory, volume down, volume up. What I like about these is it has this little joystick for the speakers. And you can go front speakers, you can back speakers, or one speaker. And when we were kids, we used to go like this, and it would go all the way around the vehicle. So it went pretty cool. Sorry about the sound effects. It does have a 5-band equalizer in it, which is for all the speakers. Your door off, left and right for your dome light. I think that thing is just a cat's ass. I am missing the wood in the middle for the center console, but we are, like I said, in the process of getting parts for something that you can't find anywhere. But you can look up at the headliner and those sun visors. It's in really, really nice shape. There's a little bit of saggy over there, but relatively speaking, for an 84, she's pretty. So anyway, that sums up my video. I thank you for looking at my, as my son calls it, my VUC, which is a van and a truck combined with a few letters missing. So we call it the VUC. And we are going to bring this in the garage, get some body work done. And I am thinking about converting it from gasoline to diesel. I'm also thinking about adding a front axle. I have out back behind my shop, I have a 2000 F450 Super Duty Power Stroke diesel 4-wheel drive dump truck. And we were going to put the Power Stroke in it with the frame and the 4-wheel drive axle, update it to from an 8-lug to a 10-lug, and that truck has 19.5s on it, where these trucks come with 16. So I want to keep it looking as factory as possible, but I want to update it where it has disc brakes in the rear, add the 4-wheel drive. We were in the Adirondacks last winter and got into a little bit of shit on a hill, and if I had 4-wheel drive, it would have been a lot better. We did make it. It got a little sketchy with a 40-foot trailer pulling us down the hill, backwards, mind you. So we're going to put 4-wheel drive in it, I believe. Diesel. Stick with the automatic. Update the rims. Update the tire size to 19.5. Disc brakes in the rear. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to make some videos, and for those of you that think it's boring, hey, there's it's called YouTube, and it's called the internet, and there's a bunch of other crap to watch. So if you don't want to watch it, push the damn button. If you're interested and you have one and you have videos, send me your videos, If you have parts, anything that says Cabriolet on it, the emblems, the mud flaps, sun visors, anything that you didn't see on my truck, or even guys that have Ford vans, and you have one sitting out back or something, or you've seen a part in a junkyard, just anything cool. You know, I'm a van head, and I gotta have my work end on the back for hauling the trailer, and the front end is for the van. The middle, you know, if the van's rocking, don't come knocking. We're 80s Pride childs. So, but listen, if you ever run into anything, let me know. I'd be more than interested. Thank you for your time, and we'll post some pics as we go through. Quick video on dismantling the other truck, and then as we go through, you know, replacing the carpets and putting all the door panels back, adding the power windows, just stuff like that, putting a stereo system in. We're not 20 years old, but we are definitely going to put, my son is into the stereo system, so he's going to put some speakers under the back couch that goes into a bed, and we're going to put an amp in there and all that stuff, you know, get our 29 Cobra CB and dual whips and everything. But yeah, she's cool. I love her. Had her for a million years. As they say, you never forget your first love, and you never forget your first vehicle. And I think this old girl has done both. She's my first love, and she's my first girl, and had a many a toys after her, and she's always sat here, and she's never gone anywhere, and she will never go nowhere. And I have a 5-year-old grandson that has autism, and this is his, man. Even if cars are flying, I know my little man will fly this thing for me. Real quick, like when we get to the paint videos, we're going to keep the truck white with the red stripes. It has a black stripe. We're going to change it to blue. We're going to do all the striping the exact same. We're going to go Corvette white, Corvette red, and a Corvette blue. I like the Corvette colors. So basically, this is a red, white, and blue truck. The only thing I'm changing is going to be the black to blue. I don't think it's much of a difference. I don't think anybody gives a shit, and I don't care if they do. But, you know, a little patriotic. I'm American, and I love it. And we're going to do that. We're going to put it 4-wheel drive. We're going to put a diesel. And we're doing, you know, stainless steel brake lines, and we're doing copper fuel lines or stainless lines or something. Whatever we do, I'm going to update it. I don't want anything coming down apart later on. And we'll keep you posted, man. Sorry for the long video, but there's a lot of guys out there that make like a 2-minute video, and it pisses me off because I love these trucks, and I really wish that guys would make them long. I don't care if it's boring. Like I said, if you don't like it, click the button, piss off. So, let me know, guys. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching.